You're mistaken. I have him under control. And not just him. They're all leading out of my hand. I regret that Foltest is away at the summit, but I trust you'll tend to the King's Council.
I assume you've resolved matters with Levarden as well.
Yes, I made an offer and he accepted. He claims his superiors had similar plans, but we beat them to it. Men can do nothing but talk and then always claim the initiative.
And how is your Witcher?
I should be able to convince him.
Don't overdo it. Geralt can be exceptionally perceptive.
I know. I must get back. I'll contact you when it's all over.
Never let the Witcher guess what you hide from him.
Triss?
Should you be up? I'd rather make sure you've recovered completely.
How?
Don't worry. This won't hurt a bit. Well, you seem to be at full strength. It must be that unusual Witcher's metabolism.
Triss, how did I get here?
Pure coincidence. I was scanning for magic anomalies and happened upon a false trail set by Kalkstein.
You found me in the swamp? What happened there?
I don't know. The alchemist is still there, examining solid stone. But he won't find anything. The greater anomalies are here in Vizima.
Magic anomalies? In Vizima?
Yes. I'd appreciate it if you could help me figure them out. But back to your health.
I thought I was at full strength.
You misunderstood me. Physically, nothing's wrong. It's your mind that worries me.
Explain.
You raved for hours. I had no choice but to read your thoughts to learn about your injuries and which poisons you took this time.
I'm sure you read beyond that.
I couldn't help it. Your thoughts were quite loud. In any case, I know about your recent adventures.
Can you help me?
Recover your memory? I doubt anyone can, but there's a small chance...
A small chance of what?
From what I saw, I think you would benefit by creating a stable personality.
Meaning?
Geralt, please, this is important.
Just limit the psychobabble.
You need to take a stand on the world's problems. It doesn't matter what position, just that you choose one. A strong identity may help restore your memory.
Can't you just tell me what you saw?
No, I don't want you turning into my vision of Geralt. I want you to decide for yourself who you are, without looking back.
I shouldn't take an interest in the past?
Exactly. Your memory should return in due course.
We'll see.
Geralt.
Hello everybody, welcome to this random play of The Witcher Enhanced Edition. We are in chapter 3 and I will be playing 4 quests from this game, particularly because I have had a lot of trouble trying to get these 4 quests and trying to complete them. Basically, very quickly, once you're headed into chapter 3, there are a few quests that affect the story of the game. First is Echoes of Yesterday, the second is 6 Feet Under, the third is A Posh Reception, and the fourth is Gold Rush. I will be completing these 4 quests, and spoiler alert, these 4 quests affect the story, affect the changes. It all has the changes that I have, all the choices that I have that will affect the storyline. So if you want to skip this spoilers, you can just stop right here. But if you don't mind, you can just join with me while I head into the adventure. Another thing is that I will be playing through all the conversation options right here. So it'll be a tad naggy, it'll be a tad long, especially if you've already played through. But reading these stories, hearing these stories, they give you a better idea of what is going on and how the events correlate to each other. Now, if you want to hear more about the explanations, I'll explain them before I start each of the quests. So right now, let me speak quickly with Triss and get out of this room.
You said something about magic anomalies.
Various things can cause them, but more importantly, they can be the cause of true evil. When I last felt this way, you and a sorceress were trying to capture a genie, destroyed half a city in the process. You probably have no recollection, but a lot hung in the balance.
I don't recall.
I could use your help. I have some magic sensors that need to be placed around Vizima. They'll help us locate the anomaly's source.
All right, give me the sensors. I'll take care of it.
Always eager to please.
What are friends for?
I saw a perfect wall cavity in the trade quarter near Town Hall. Place one there, a second in the temple quarter near the entrance to the sewers, and the third in Vizima's cemetery. We'll create a typical Radcliffe triangle. You know, of course, that triangulation is most effective in these cases.
How did you get here?
Long story. When you men went chasing around...
Which proved effective?
By some miracle, I decided to look for Salamandra using unconventional methods.
Any results?
Very good ones. You'll learn it all in due time.
Why not now?
To get this information, I had to agree not to tell you. Patience, Witcher.
Who were you talking to through the mirror?
You heard me? Ah, sorceress business. Nothing important.
Sounded serious.
I had to make a few promises to learn about Salamandra.
You could.
Trust me, it was nothing important.
I'll see you later.
See you. Oh, I nearly forgot.
What?
Luvarden, a merchant, wants to see you. He hosts banquets at the new Neracourt.
I don't like banquets.
Important people will attend.
I don't know.
Including Princess Ada, whose curse you lifted. Apparently, she's slightly obsessed with you.
I'll think about it.
I'll be there.
All right, I'm convinced. Maybe I can gather some information there.
6 this evening. Here's the pass that makes you official in the trade quarter.
A pass?
Well, in addition to a quarantine, the authorities of Vizima have imposed martial law.
How'd I miss that?
It only covers the trade quarter, which you haven't entered.
So how do these passes work?
Only the quarter's residents are allowed to move about. I have a house here, so I was able to get a pass.
So what do I do?
Well, I registered you as residing here. Falsely, of course.
So, here we are. We've learned some background of Vizima. Let me just check on a few more things about Geralt the Witcher himself.
Listen, about my identity.
Progress already?
I'm still analyzing.
Geralt.
What's with the passes?
Well, in addition to a quarantine, the authorities of Vizima have imposed martial law.
Okay, this is basically...
How'd I miss that?
Only the...
So what do...
Well,
I'll see you later.
So we have some new quests activated, but for Echoes of Yesterday and 6 Feet Under, we have to collect them ourselves. So the first thing I'm going to do right now is to head into the swamp, partly just to speak with Coxsting to complete one of the earlier quests on Chapter 2, which is a mysterious tower. And then we'll head to Yevon, who is at the Druid's Grove, to collect his quest. Now remember that I mentioned before that you have to complete 6 Feet Under first. The swamp. And then complete Echoes of Yesterday. So there's a little bit which I'll probably cut.
Greetings, Witcher.
What are you doing in this tower?
Finally! I've waited so long!
Kalkstein.
The greatest discovery of my life! Know that you fully earned your reward. Yes, this solution.
I'll speed through this place, probably not fighting anything, if I can avoid, because it's really a pain in the ass. We are here in the Druid's Grove, and we're going to talk to him to get our quest.
Gwynblade.
What are you doing here? Why aren't you with your elves?
The Druid's Grove acts as a sanctuary where I can quietly think, lay plans. My going to Vizima presents an unnecessary risk. Part of the unit inside Vizima is accomplishing plenty.
Have any jobs for me?
I have a mission for you. One not entirely related to the struggle for freedom.
Yevon, cut to the chase.
We have learned that the ruins of an elven temple have been found in the sewers beneath Vizima. Not surprising, given the city was erected on elven foundations. We think Lara Dora may have been there, and may have left something behind.
Who?
You will learn everything if you agree to help. I sent a unit there, but I fear something has gone wrong. I need you to find out what happened.
I'll see what I can do.
Wonderful.
I'd be interested to hear about Lara.
Lara Doran. Ep Sheerdal was an elven sorceress, an N7, a knowing one. She carried Hen Ikier, elder blood, which puzzles even us elves. As fate would have it, Lara fell in love with a human sorcerer, Cregennan of Lod. Other humans could not bear it, and began persecuting them. They became outcasts, shunned by all around them. No pleas would soften the stone hearts of the cruel and merciless Dwan. When Lara, begging mercy not for her but for her unborn child, grabbed the door of the royal carriage, at the king's behest a man-at-arms lashed out with his cutlass, severing her fingers. She fled the city, sought shelter in a forest. When night descended and the frosts came, Lara faded on a hill amidst the trees. She gave birth to a daughter whom she protected with what warmth remained in her waning body. Though a blizzard raged through the night, spring suddenly appeared on that hill, and Fenawed bloomed. Now those flowers grow only in Dol Blathana, and where Lara breathed her last. You must understand the importance of any artifacts. She was exceptional, someone whose loss defies words no matter what the language.
Why do you hate humans so much, Yavin?
Why? I assume you don't mean ideology and the like, and you would rather hear some dark secret from deep within my soul.
You assume correctly.
I'll answer your question if you answer mine.
Agreed.
I once lived in a city among humans. I was honest and courteous, respected all their ridiculous customs and laws. Assimilation. I lived that word for years, and during that time I was cheated, sneered at, on occasion beaten and robbed. I felt no hatred for humans. In fact, I felt better than them. I told myself they were simply incapable of controlling their weaknesses, their flaws. I was robbed 3 times as often as others. Racist slogans were painted on my door in excrement. For years I wondered why. Was I doing something wrong? What could I do to bring peace to my life? And you know what I came to understand?
No, but I'm sure you'll tell me.
I was doing nothing wrong. I'd been lying to myself from the outset. Just as the moon will never catch the sun, so humans will never change. They will remain egotistical, envious, petty and fearful of anything they don't understand. And believe me, there's plenty. Matters proceeded quickly thereafter, but that's another story.
Now you resemble humans.
No, Geralt, definitely not. And you, Witcher? Who are you? You too have experienced human ignorance and hatred.
So at this point of time, it's more about my own opinion. There's no right answer. Most of them are just like... Option 1 is about the same as option 3. Option 2 is just telling Yevon that he's an asshole as well. But I'll just go with option 3.
I'm as much an outcast as you, Yavin. I see your point, but have no interest in torching human villages.
I'm glad you understand, White Wolf.
Farewell.
So we got a new quest. Echoes of yesterday. Yevon asked me to find his men in the sewers of Vizima. So after picking this quest, I'll be heading back to the tower quickly just to teleport back to the city. Let's head to Kalkstein's laboratory. So to get the quest for 6 Feet Under, we need to speak with Siegfried. And he is training outside. I have no idea where the area is. Let me check it on the map. Somewhere around here. armor of the order, which is Siegfried's post. So we're gonna get to him at his post and speak to him to get the new quest.
It's gonna be so muddy. No sense cursing the
Look lively.
Not
And
good.
this gentleman is Siegfried.
I'm listening.
Why are you here?
I'm wondering about the introduction of martial law. I must prepare my unit. I need other assistance, however.
With what?
People disappearing in the town cemetery. Go investigate.
Is there payment?
Certainly. Besides the order's gratitude.
I'll go look.
I'll pray for you.
Know anything about the cemetery?
Only that people truly fear to venture there, for ghouls abound. The cemetery cannot be inaccessible to the townsfolk.
Still manning your post?
Work hard, play hard. Any ideas on what to name my new unit?
That's your job.
Indeed, I shouldn't saddle you with work.
I'm not acquainted with monastic names.
I know. Iron Flame.
Dazzling.
Iron Flame. It's decided.
Bye.
Keep your guard up.
Sometimes I can't tell if Geralt is being sarcastic or not. So we're pretty much on our way. Tell you what, because in this game, the potions that you drink are toxic, and this 3 meter over here, yeah, describes the level of hero's body toxicity. It says if toxicity adversely affects Geralt. Current 16. I wanted to sleep at the inn, sleep away the toxic. Never mind. I guess it's just a few monsters and fighting. Should be fine. I'd like to talk to him, but it's not really required. And we're heading into the investigation straight.
Bites, scratches, bones crushed for the marrow. The work of ghouls.
Something's chewing something. Ugh. Alright, let's confront this dude.
Delicious. Ooh, where are my manners? Never seen a ghoul before?
Not one that talks.
I hate to boast, but I am exceptional. My kin prefer growling.
I found some human corpses.
Hey, not my work. I don't eat live ones. I'll tell you who's to blame if you spare my life.
Agreed.
The pointy-eared ones. They rob graves and sneak about. Whoever's in their way, they kill.
And your group leaves them alone?
Well, they taste terrible, and they bring us food.
Thanks. Now shove off.
Be seeing you.
So, we've learned that the elves should find and destroy the elven unit. So the elves are bringing people into the cemetery, killing them, I assume, because they leave them food for the ghouls. Definitely not a good thing. But let me just prep up, because I'm heading in the creep and I can't see in the dark, even though I'm a witcher. And swallow. And one more potion, which is 20 hour. Swallow regenerates my health and Tawny Owl regenerates my, well, you could say mana in this game. That's hidden. Bastards.
What do you seek here, Witcher?
Murderers.
Then visit the city. It's inhabited by a criminal race. We fight to survive. Humans only comprehend force, and thus will we talk to them.
I doubt you'll live long.
You threaten us, Dwan? But no, 6 ape people, including women and children, remain inside the crypt with the ghouls. Kill us, and you'll never reach them in time. Aid them, and we'll be free. Choose, mutant.
So this is a choice in a game, which is not by selecting text, it's just by choosing your action. So, just like what he said, we could either, oh my god, this trail of dead bodies. Could either choose to kill them, to punish them for what they've done, or head in and save all these people.
The king will punish you.
And we're done.
You saved us from certain death. Thank you. The elves left us to the monster's mercy.
I'm afraid your friends are dead.
We heard terrible screams down those corridors. The monsters must have...
I've killed most of them. The passage should be clear. Get out of here.
Thanks be to Melitelli, and may you be blessed.
So I saved those trapped in the creek. I should speak to Siegfried to claim my rewards. And here we are back in the temple quarter. I'm gonna run straight back to Siegfried to get my claim, and then we're gonna head down into the sewers to help out with Yevon's quest. So,
Eternal fire, fill my heart.
I'm listening.
I dealt with the cemetery issue, but...
What happened?
Besides the talking ghoul, the Scoia'tael played a role, robbing graves and slaying anyone in their path.
A talking ghoul? Perhaps you've taken one elixir too many. Be serious now.
I saved the humans thrown to the ghouls, but the murderers fled.
Eternal fire, like a true knight. Fret not. My units will catch the murderers.
I don't understand.
You saved innocence. No greater good could you have done. You deserve a bonus. I'm proud of you.
So I figured out the disappearances and Siegfried was happy with my choice. Yeah, leveled up. I'll just check on that in my own private time. So now we are gonna head down to the sewers, which is just right down the street.
Some serious rain.
And we're gonna make our way to this area in the sewers that Yevon has told us about. There are quite a few monsters here that, I mean, I could avoid fighting them, but it's kind of waste not to, so...
To the Shovel private property.
This way? Yep, it's over there. I hate that genre. Come on. Kick your butt, son of a- It's for annoying me. Every time I'm trying to activate a conversation here, it comes right.
Yevon will punish us for not following orders.
Who the hell are you? Didn't I see you speaking to Yevon at the camp?
Yevon sent me to see what happened to you.
A witcher? We're lucky you came.
Meaning?
We're after elven artifacts. Got into the temple, but once there, I felt a terrible cold and heard a cry. One of my people exploded. Then some thing attacked another of my companions. Only those you see here survived. Slay that thing, whatever it is. You'll be generously rewarded.
I'll try.
So I should find out what killed Yevon's men, which is right this way. The monster here. Perform. Let me see, what buff do I have? This visual magic science has increased by 100%. So the monster here is a Bruxa, which is something like a vampire. So we're gonna hit him and attack her soon. Come on, lady. Oh my god, I am missing a lot. What is wrong? Is that because of toxicity?
Witcher, you alive?
That was worth more than you can imagine.
Yevon will pay your price.
Interesting. We found nothing.
Thanks, and farewell.
Kidmel, thank you for your help, Wolf.
My payment?
300 orens. And forget what you saw, Dwan.
The Posh Reception is actually quite an interesting quest. Oh, hello.
You! Stop!
Yes?
Your pass.
You're overdoing it with the passes.
Complain to the king.
He's returned?
No, but all new edicts bear his seal.
Farewell.
Right, it's just up.
Damn, it's hot in this thing.
Knights should fight monsters.
The Posh Reception is quite different from what we've done previously in the 6 Feet Under and Echoes of Yesterday quest. What's happening is that we are going to mingle at the party, talk to people, drink with people. A lot of fetch quests, if you could call it that way. Oh god, I forgot if I can sleep here. I think I can. Yeah, Trish is here. And that sort of thing.
Geralt.
So right here, I'm gonna check out and see if I can stock on. I'm not gonna spend my time on upgrades. Gonna stock on some potions. Oh, I only have that. Okay. So we're gonna head to dusk. I have no idea what time dusk is. So it's more relaxing. In the Posh Reception, it's just mingling, talking about some sexy things going on, but I think we're all adults here, so everything will be fine. Maybe a nipple or two. And yep, let's try to enjoy this event. It's 7, that's great. I really have terrible sense of direction. There are some other side quests that you can complete in this chapter. You have a good friend. Geralt has a good friend. He's a player in both ways, instrument player and a player. And you have a quest to help fetch his loot, which is a magical-ish thing. I'm gonna head upstairs. This is the new Narcor, by the way. It's where the banquet is being held. And there, Beatrice is. Let's speak to her.
Here we are. Wipe that frown off your face. You'll be fine.
Can't we go back to your place? Make sure I have no internal injuries.
Later, Geralt. Come on. This isn't so bad. Let's mingle.
Mm-hmm.
And when she says mingle, it means walk around and talk to people. I'm not good at that in real life.
Welcome to Lord Levarden's feast.
Right, Lord Levarden.
Geralt of Rivia and Triss Merigold, welcome.
Greetings.
I thank you for coming. Look about the room and you will see the entire kingdom represented.
We thank you for your invitation.
Forgive me, I must return to my duties. I'm certain we'll speak later.
So according to Levarden, we have important people. So we have Edda, which is a princess. Count DeWitt, I have no idea what he does, but yeah, he's obviously important. Quite a few people that we would like to find out, so let me just take my time, selectively speak with Thaler.
Geralt, have you met Thaler?
Thaler? Here?
Let me introduce my master, the Honourable Erkin von Blunt.
Good day, sir.
Erkin has taken a vow of silence and thus cannot answer. You must be wondering why he is here.
Indeed.
He has made numerous vows in his life, one of which is to protect the royal family. Sadly, for unknown reasons, Princess Ada holds little respect for him. Vows, however, must be honored, whatever the circumstances.
And how are you involved? Are you bound by his vows by extension?
He authorized me to speak on his behalf, and I serve as his advisor.
Of course. We shan't be bothering you. Come, Geralt.
Pretty sure I can speak with
We'll
Thaler
speak
again.
shortly.
Okay. How about Valorant?
Geralt, allow me to introduce Burgomeister Velerad.
Charmed.
Greetings. It's been a while.
Velerad is King Foltest's right hand.
No need for formal introductions. If you wish to open a factory or a shop, kill a monster, or petition the king, you must come to me.
I'll remember that.
Excuse us, Burgomeister, but we need to say hello to the other guests.
Rumor says that King Radovid...
I cannot believe I spoke to this princess. Princess Ada is here.
Vizima needs an aqueduct.
And the royal family consorts with the Nilfgaardian.
Get out of my sight, freak.
Milady, allow me to present the sorceress Triss Merigold, and...
DeWitt, I know who stands before me. We know each other, do we not, Witcher?
One could say so, Princess.
A princess indeed, though I do not always feel like one. So many duties. You could not imagine, Witcher. Why do you stare? Is my dress displeasing?
So at this stage, it's more about flirting with the princess. So I see you still wear the gemstone with the inclusion, the curse. She's actually cursed. We gave her a necklace or something like that. But that would be so unromantic, so let's head on.
Forgive me, milady, but even the finest dress would pale in comparison to you.
Mind your tongue, mutant.
Duet, I will decide if and when I am offended.
Your Highness, he is an aberration.
Silence. It was a nicety. Leave us for now.
You've met everyone who's anyone. I need to speak with Luvarden. You behave yourself. Beware of anyone who tries to pry information from you.
From me? But I'm just a witcher.
Don't be fooled. Anything you say may have political ramifications.
Enjoying yourself?
Exquisitely. Not enough food, nowhere to sit, and nothing but small talk. And I may be the only one here not involved in one of the many schemes or secret alliances being forged.
It's a sign of the times. New customs and fashions. You think it better to show the Nilfgaardian we're barbarians? That we can't distinguish between a fork and a comb? That the only way we know how to feast is to get blind drunk and roar lusty songs while slapping the serving wenches on their arse?
I'm a relic. Someone from the past, so I'm rather attached to the old customs. Never understood nor liked the new ones. But really, Taller, why are you here?
I'm a patriot. I've the good of the kingdom at heart. A kingdom threatened by the schemes and alliances you were observant enough to note.
I said I was an old-fashioned witcher. Be straight, like Taller the Fence would be.
Taller the Fence does nothing for free.
Taller the Fence is a scoundrel who'd prefer the Temple District not know he consorts with the cream of Vizima society.
Have it your way. Let me tell you, friend, a serious slashfest is in the works. One without pardon. The defeated will be picked apart by crows. You'll be forced to fight for a new order, comrade, or against it. We will fight for our traditions and customs, for our land and our women.
Who's this enemy? Who wants to steal our women?
I wouldn't deceive you. I think you're one of us. It's a cause we share. I don't know the enemy yet, but I will soon, and when I do, the time of the sword and the axe will come. Blood will flow in the streets. And know this, comrade, there will be no room for your neutrality.
Who exactly are you? And be straight with me, comrade.
Temerian intelligence. I execute the king's direct orders. I find traitors, rats, and foreign agents. I'm a spy.
A highly placed spy.
I can't deny it. May I ask a personal question? The amphibians you're after, are they a personal matter or an ideological one?
Personal.
Care to explain?
They robbed me and killed a friend. That enough?
Got it. Thank you for being candid.
Who exactly is Duet, and what is he doing here?
That Nilfgaardian dog is a mere pawn. I cannot fathom why Ada tolerates him.
Explain.
Like most knights of the Order, he worries his dick's too small, so he gets aggressive whenever something scares him. Then, of course, he's a Nilfgaardian. Our princess has some weaknesses, but stupidity is not one of them.
Maybe the princess has a game of her own going.
Then she should choose better allies. Unlike chess, this game claims lives. I'm afraid someone might be using her.
Is Luvarden somehow involved?
I need to get Erkin a private meeting with him. At present, his intentions are a pure riddle.
To me, too.
Really?
What do you mean?
Your friend seems to get along famously with Luvarden. For two strangers, they certainly have much to discuss. See for yourself.
I trust Triss.
I suppose you know her better than I, but don't say I didn't warn you. Regarding Luvarden, we know he heads some transnational organization of merchants, bankers, and other wealthy folk. Make what you will of it.
Why do you want to draw me into a game that doesn't concern me?
This game concerns you more than you imagine. You mean to tell me you're not interested in the conflict between the Order and the Scoia'tael? You mean to tell me you don't care? What about your lover, Triss Merigold?
That's private. I want to destroy Salamandra. That is my only objective.
Salamandra has a patron. Someone in this room, or one known here. You're up to your ears in this, Wolf, whether you like it or not.
Excuse me for a moment. We'll talk later.
So Tyler made me realize that this has become personal for me, and that is dependent on my response to him. He was asking me why would I take this on. But let's have some fun! Hell yeah, we're all drunk.
Curses. I'm drunk.
He speaks.
I broke my vow. I swore on a heron.
A heron?
Nonsense. Tala hired me to come incognito to the feast.
You blew it.
No scene, please. This ring will get you in the house of the night. Half price.